What's up, guys? As you can probably tell from the hat and also from the thumbnail and video title, it is that time of year again. We are playing Advent of Code 2024. You can see right now I'm just sitting here waiting 2 minutes for the first puzzle to unlock. Now, I used to not stay up this late and try to do the puzzles right when they dropped, but I've become a bit of a night owl, so I was still awake anyway and figured I'd make a at least half-hearted attempt to get on the leaderboard. So this year, you can check out the repository, but I've got another fetch script here that just retrieves my input, and I'm going to be doing the puzzles in Rust this year. So I've got a little template main.rs file that will get that will jump over here into Emacs soon. I've also got a new camera, which seems to be stuttering quite a bit. So hopefully it will keep up with the pace of my frantic coding. So with that, let's just wait a minute and then get into the first puzzle. Okay, what's up, guys? It's Future Brent here. I figured I would try to add a little bit of a little bit of narrative here since I was just trying to code as fast as I could last night. So you can see that I'm just reading through the problem, trying to extract the information as quickly as I can. I guess the main thing here is that it says there are two lists side by side. And so I started just reading the bold stuff. Now you can hear me typing, of course, unless I end up editing that out. I can see right away in the bold, smallest number in the left list, smallest number in the right list. So I'm already starting to think, as you can see from the code, that I want to capture these values into two separate vectors and then sort them. So that's basically going to line up the smallest values. And I haven't even read ahead to see what I'm going to do with that yet, but I know I'm going to have two sorted lists. And you can see what I'm doing here is I'm trying to destructure the basically the vectors of each list. And there's the sorting. It's pretty straightforward except for the pattern match, which can look kind of weird. And as we'll see in a second, I actually missed part of the slicing syntax for that, so I'll come back and fix that in a second. But yeah, pretty straightforward day one. I have to do some of this stuff to get the type inference right. I always kind of default to usize when I'm working with integers, but as we see down below, since we actually want to compute the distance or difference between the values, it's going to be a little easier to come back and turn that into an isize, so we don't have to worry about the direction of the subtraction. Here now I'm looking back over at the information to see what I'm actually calculating. Yeah, and I just had the realization I was already describing where this could be a problem. So we just add up the distances and print dist. What happened here is that I was working on a different project earlier, and I just hit my binding to recompile, and it it was compiling the wrong project. Yep, here you just have to slice it. You can only do this pattern matching on slices, not on vex. And then I had to mess with my compilation command and the path a little bit, because I wasn't in the directory I thought I was. Here, of course, I got it wrong, so I full screen. Okay, obviously we have to think about it a little bit more. Full screen the instructions, and as I said in the original audio, now we have to think about it a little harder. So here again, I'm just trying to read through it. Find the total distance, add up the distances between all of the pairs you found. Just trying to read through it to figure out what I missed. Pair of the numbers, measure how far apart they are. Pair of the smallest number in the left, the smallest number in the second smallest, and so on. That's what the zip of the sorted list should do. You'll need to add up all those distances. 3. Oh, it's supposed to be absolute value. This is why you shouldn't use the middle click. Alright, part 2. Now again, I'm back to reading the description, trying to find out what's different this time. I think as soon as I saw you need to figure out how often from each number from the left list. As soon as I saw that, I was already thinking about a hash set, obviously. And then I took kind of a weird approach, I think, to finding the number of times the number appears in the right list. I'm pretty sure there's a Rust method on iterators called count that I should have used. But I recently used retain, and so that's what I reached for first. Now here, of course, I'm just struggling with the arguments to retain, which really slowed me down. Retain also doesn't return anything. It mutates the vector in place. So that's what I'm doing here. We have to actually clone the vector, then retain. And then we have to cast this just to get the types to line up. And then that should do it. Yeah, of course, except for that. Yeah, so basically watching this back, I can see why I wasn't on the leaderboard. Got it. All right. What time is it? Okay, 5 minutes. I'm sure I'm not on the leaderboard. Yeah, holy moly. Yeah. Oh, there's me at the top. See, you can change. Personal times. 5 minutes and 50 seconds. Alright, we're not on the leaderboard. How sad. How do we see the times for the leaderboard? What? 9 seconds? First star, 4 seconds. So I probably shouldn't, maybe I shouldn't even say this, but this looks like a cheater. Just gonna throw it out there. Okay, well, we didn't make it on the leaderboard, but we did get both of our stars. Just to talk through what happened, I guess. So the first question was basically just the distance between sorted vectors, so that was exactly what we did. The second one, we had to count the occurrence. So I switched to a hash set, right, because we needed to check each unique number in the first list and then compare it to the count of matching ones. So to do that, I just cloned the full second list and then retained only the values that were equal to f. So pretty straightforward day one. Nothing tricky like last year's day one. So there we have it. We got both of our stars. All right, my hopes of making it on the leaderboard are dashed. That's 26 seconds is just crazy. Let's see, if we had done it in 2.5 minutes. So if we had done it twice as fast as I actually did it, we could have we could have made it. Okay. Well, anyway, hope you guys enjoyed Advent of Code Day 1, 2024. We got both of our stars. Have a nice day.